And then we have one award that doesn't have nominees. So this is where I... Crap, I didn't even start.
You got it. It's good.
You can do it. Yeah.
We're going to start with our Honorary Jack Elton Award. For those of you that don't know Jack, Jack, we named an award after him because of an incomparable feat that he accomplished in this league. Just something that we didn't think was going to be duplicated. So with all this downtime, this quarantine time, I really wanted to make sure we were doing this award justice. So I started to go back through the awards, look at and evaluate it, and I do. I really believe that we've done a good job because every winner of this award has had a unique story to tell that, yeah, you got it. I'll get there. They've had a unique story to tell that probably won't be duplicated. So, when I finally decided on this particular winner, I think it also fits in that same vein. So,
Woo!
allow me to try and talk. I should script this out, shouldn't I? So today's winner started with us as, I missed all you guys. Today's winner started off as a sophomore in the league. And I've heard them tell me the same story, actually many times over, about how they would have joined as a freshman if they had known about it. They just didn't know about it, so that's why they didn't join until they were sophomore. So in a way, kind of felt cheated coming in, right? So this year is their senior year, and we know how the year ended. So kind of feels cheated going out. But that's not the story being told right now. The story being told is that the student came in as a sophomore as a very normal first-year player. Rookies, you understand what I mean by that. Very normal, just wide-eyed, excited. This is fun. This is just a ton of fun to do, minus all the lessons behind it. But especially once we got to the end of that sophomore year, the student wanted more. I should have done this one last. This student wanted more, and by that I mean they wanted to embrace this, they wanted to learn it, they wanted to live it and breathe it, so they tried to learn as much as they could and take in extra effort. So those very few faces you would go and watch for 12 hours on a Saturday, this person turned into one of those. They started looking for improv and other avenues around town, around the city, going to see as much as they could whenever opportunities came up. They started looking outside the city, going to see improv in other cities, started looking online and on TV. They put in so many hours that by their junior year they got nominated for our Most Improved Performer Award. And when things are going good in life, don't we just try and live it and breathe it and enjoy it while it's happening and while it lasts at least, and then maybe we have to move on from that to something else. But this student still wanted more. This student then turned into a captain and a leader, self-proclaimed or announced as irrelevant. That's just what happened. They started recruiting, they started looking for people, they started getting sign-ups, they tried to build the team, they started creating fundraising ideas and showcases, different forms of communication to keep in touch with everyone. They went as far as doing practices at their own house. I put my, if you couldn't tell in the past 3 minutes, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this league personally. So when I personally evaluate what you've done in these 3 years, I don't know if there's anything else I would have done. And I haven't even told you the best parts yet. So when this student came in as a sophomore, 8 at best was their team. This past year, after all their efforts, what they're leaving is a team of 30 to 40 people at any given practice. The student did so much for themselves and for their team that one of their own teammates found themselves the opportunity, the gateway, to actually get nominated for the Most Improved Performer this year. Talk about the letter of and the definition of what this league is about and lifting people up. Here's now a thing that has never been done, and it's going to sound so simple as I say it, but it has actually never been done. But for the possibility of getting more out of this, the student decided to get different advisors for improv this year, just to give the theater teacher a break and see if it couldn't help the actual improv team. And you all know how much theater teachers can push us to the side sometimes. That sounds so simple, but God, did that change and do so much. So, I think the best way to bring you up here is to quote something your coach told me this year. And very, very simply, your coach said to me, "I don't know what I'm going to do without her." This is why I created this. It's for people like you. You deserve this moment. I'm very honored to present our Jack Elton Award to Bonanza student Eva Aguilar.
He told me that I was going to come here to take photos because all the photos that he got of me were me making ugly faces.
It worked!
So that's why I came here. I'm so sorry, I'm so shaky right now, but oh my goodness. This is so hard with the mask on. I'm just gonna take it off because it's really wet right now from me crying. Oh my goodness. I never thought that I would be here or at improv at all. And when I found improv, or I guess when I said like improv found me, it was one of probably the darkest times of my life where I didn't know where I was going, and as teenagers you think, oh, that's normal and stuff, but for me, I like to control things, as Kobe told you. So I was like, I want to take control of my life and figure out what I like, what I do, what is the thing that Eva will be known for. And I just ran into improv, and then like halfway through the season, my coach Neil took a leap of faith and was like, hey, do you want to perform some improv? And I was like, sure. Not nervous at all. So then I go in and I do it, and wow. And I just was like, this feeling is something that I probably have never experienced before, and I wanted more. So I kept doing it, and I just remember how many friends and stuff that I've made because of it. And you know, my high school career hasn't been the easiest because I was lucky enough to have had my great-grandparents and my grandparents alive and well and be like one of my best friends. And during my sophomore and junior year, I unfortunately lost 3 of them. So improv was really the backbone that I was like, I can focus on this. Like, this is something that they would have wanted me to do, and I know that they would be proud of me. So, I'm so sorry for crying, but if you know me at all, that's all I do.
What'd you watch me do for the past 10 minutes?
Wow, I mean, Bonanza, I thank you so much. I thank Neil for taking that chance on me for the first time ever. I thank Callie for going through what she went through. I thank my family for letting me do and be crazy and be weird as much as possible. I thank this league for everything that they've done for me, and even though I'm like, I'm kind of a fan of you, and if I go up to you and I'm like, you did so good, I really mean it, because I awkwardly look at people and watch them perform, because it's probably one of my favorite things in the world. So I know I've probably been talking for way too long, but I really do want to say thank you. And I'm so proud of Bonanza and where they've gone, because all I wanted to do was make Bonanza better, because I know that they are so talented and that they deserve the support. So I can't wait what next year brings for them, and I can't wait to be an adult, ? But thank you guys so much.